Be right back.
All right. Gosh, I'm really jamming into this.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Kialis, you have a really good playlist.
Yeah, it fits Thaddeus.
Not even a thank you, just yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just like
I
know,
acknowledge your
I'm really
comment, commoner.
I'm getting in character. I have to.
Where'd the strife it?
I don't know. I've been calling him just to see
What
if
the
he,
strife doing?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like he ended the call, or like he rejected it, so he might be on his way. I don't know.
I don't know either. I remember him being on his. He had the phone image, but then it went back to idle. So
Maybe he's getting on.
probably.
Yo, by the way, did you know that dice equal always to the... So when you have numbers, the opposite face added to the other face always adds up to the total number of the highest row of the die plus one. I realized it very recently. So like,
Huh.
so you have 19 on D20, on the opposite side you have 2, and it makes 21. Big brain.
That's interesting. Huh. It just makes me think like if there was no bottom surface to hold the dice still, but it just like lands in like a middle plane, then the dice is always rolling at 50%.
Huh.
So like let's say you rolled a nat 20, it also is a nat 1.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I thought, because I never paid attention to how they were placed on the die, on the faces. But yeah, it's always 21.
If you roll a 10, it's 11.
Okay, did you want to start going over what you wanted to do? Then we can start getting you the stuff or activities.
Sure.
Okay, who would like to go? Okay, so first of all, so Thaddeus and Dunkel went off finding their own stuff or whatever they needed, while you, Strife, and Dexter stayed by the shop that Horton's father owns. So what do we do about Dexter? What do you reckon?
Question.
Cause
I think we should leave them by because there is no such thing as like doctors back then. It was always like alchemist people.
shaman.
Yeah, so we'll just say like we left them at a tavern room.
Or so we can say that he decided that whatever was cursing him, he needed to find someone who could break it, and
So my idea was, yeah, so like you get him to the tavern, you leave him there, and he comes to the next day, And basically what he does is says that he needs to go back to his hometown and speak to his family, because they are the only people who might know anything what's going on with him. It's all so new to him. So the next
Alrighty.
day he wakes up and then he leaves, basically.
That sounds pretty fair.
No, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Not last session, the one before that. I told everyone to add 250 gold.
Do you want to keep
We were
it?
gonna split it up. I don't know if we would have just like gave him. Actually, you know what? It's kind of tough to like figure that out.
I'd say just keep it, because we don't know, like, because you're losing on 250 gold piece, which you normally
Let's-
would have. So.
Yeah, let's just say Thaddeus kept the 250 gold pieces.
Yeah, because then,
Never got around
because
to giving him.
yeah,
gold.
before we got to give it to him, he fell ill.
Yeah.
For the sake of it, I'll give him 50 gold as like traveling expenses.
Okay, so add 200.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not poor anymore.
I have 200 gold and that's it.
Thaddeus isn't poor. Let's go.
Okay, as the means of spending this week of downtime, I need you all to decide what kind of lifestyle you're gonna go with. And that's gonna be your price, including your meals, and stay in
Well,
throughout the day.
I will create my tower just like on the outskirts,
Okay.
and I'll sleep there. But in terms of food, I will spend lavishly. Though, like, not in like the sort of like, oh, I want caviar and
Yeah.
you know, like fucking prime steaks. Like the kind of food that if you didn't have like good food for a while and you were fed, that's the kind that I think. It's like as intelligent as Thaddeus is, he hasn't really experienced wealthy food. So like really good and filling stew would be like the highest quality meal he probably had.
Okay.
let's do with
And
vegetables.
so you're making the tower for everyone to stay in, or you're making it for yourself?
Well, I'll be sleeping in it. I don't know what they're gonna be doing.
Okay. So I would say, yeah. Okay. So what everyone else is doing?
I think
Alright.
comfortable would be the best theme.
Sorry.
Right, I don't remember all the lifestyles.
I just sent them in game chat.
Okay. You did?
In Discord.
Yeah, Discord in game
Oh,
chat
Discord. I'm
channel.
like staring at.
I'm just laughing because I'm like thinking like, how would Dunkel fucking live in a fucking city?
All right, yeah, I'm gonna be living a comfortable lifestyle. I think I'm going to get a room and an inn for a bit of privacy.
Okay.
Attend to Cinder, and I wanted to sell those Vorinclex hides and buy a couple things, but I can do that tomorrow, I guess.
Well, I mean, me and Dunkel, when did our own thing, you still have like a day that you can do.
Oh yeah, day of backlog. Alright. Now I kind of wanted to do it with a little bit of magic trickery backing me up, so
Okay.
I'll say for this day, I went around looking at as many important figures in the town as I could for reasons. Looking at
Okay.
different guards, different figures of importance. If the town has a mayor, you know.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
All right. I don't know. Would this be investigating to try and find
You're just rolling a
important?
d20.
Just a flat D20. All right.
No, wait.
Oh,
If there's any modifiers to that, it's to 13. Okay, I decided how to go with fucking.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. All right.
Hmm.
so whatever your bonus is to 13.
Yeah. So +7. So 20.
20. Okay, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you get a good idea of just from spending this little time within the town and walking around, you gather some information of where the more important places are. So there is a reception hall which holds a kind of a town mayor in a way, but you have not seen him. He has not left the town hall within that time period.
Okay.
All the guards that you come across, which you do come across quite often, as they patrol the streets on a regular basis, all of them are dwarves. It's like 99% dwarven town,
Okay.
and yeah, I guess that's all you get for now.
All right. Am I still being dragged?
Yeah, the feeling is still there. It's never letting go.
Never letting go. Ugh. That's getting annoying, honestly. So I'll kind of reluctantly go to the tavern after scouting a couple people out, looking after one of the dwarven guards, seeing if there's one that seems like they're extremely easy to impersonate because they're kind of a one-trick pony, and see if I might want to shadow one of them later. But I'll reluctantly go to the tavern after my little investigation and turn in for the night, tossing around in bed a little bit. And before finally realizing that I might end up sleepwalking again, and I probably need to be near the party, so I'll end up knocking on Thaddeus's door.
The owl window, the owl door, I guess, opens up, and Oswald just sort of looks down and like makes eye contact, and then rolls his eyes and looks and like fully turns his head to look at Thaddeus. Oh, what is it now?
Thaddeus! I've come to the realization that if I were to try and just take a leisurely nap, I might end up trying to take on whatever situations. I'm tired. Problem is, if I go to sleep, I'm probably going to walk off again. You have anything I can use to try and prevent that?
The door is locked. So
May I point out something?
And then like there's like a wave of his hand as he's looking out the owl door, and down below, like right in front of you, you hear like locks being undone,
Ooh.
Okay.
and then it opens, and there's just a mage hand.
I was about to point out something. Dunkel's sort of living style would have made a hut by your house, like a little tiny one.
There was like a moment where Thaddeus like looks out and notices and like furrows his brow.
Hobo hut.
Oh,
been-
blood, yes.
Hobo hut has been completed.
He like
Alright.
opens up his spell book and like flips through a couple pages. He goes, "Shit, I don't have the energy for that one."
Ah.
"Eh, fine." Closes his book. "Well, get in."
Alright. Kind of gingerly steps around the mage hand and looks around the room a little bit.
So,
Trying
not expecting people.
to. Mhm.
The second floor has become like all in one for Thaddeus. It's very tight space. It's got like maybe one step before he hits something.
Oh.
But on the first floor, he's turned it into sort of like a kind of like a common room.
Okay.
It's got like a very nice lounge chair that looks worn but is also brand new. It's kind of weird. It's got
Hmm.
like a very nice table, candles, and it's got like pictures and like paintings of just a bunch of different people.
Who were the people on the paintings?
Well, uh, one of the paintings that seems to be like very well taken care of are of a pair of halflings that are twins. One is male, one is female.
Hmm.
Um, there's hold on, let me actually find my pinned message. Uh, there's one of like a very old looking human.
Okay.
Though it's not really like super obvious. It's just like if you're sitting in the chair and you turn your head, you can see it.
Oh.
Um, there's one of Thaddeus, though he looks not at all well dressed and like is dirty and like covered in mud and kind of like thin.
Alright.
Alongside some other kids of like various races.
Huh.
And then instead of like the normal clock, there's a grandfather clock that is doing the same thing. It's just a much nicer clock.
Okay.
Saying how much time is left on the tower.
Thank you
And
for.
then you hear the latch from above as Thaddeus starts to climb down, immediately realizing his mistake, and like Mage Hand goes around and like knocks all the paintings down.
Redecorating, are you?
Yeah, I didn't like the look. Um,
Hmm.
you can sleep in the chair or use your bedroll. I don't mind.
Thank you.
And like the Mage Hand just like picks all of them up and like puts them upstairs.
Uh, the spell creates the paintings as well. Are you?
It's how I want to decorate it when I think of it. Though I didn't
Huh.
really think too hard about it this time. As
I
he
get.
avoids eye contact.
I get that. One of them Are you just trying to make fun of Dunkel's lifestyle, or?
Yes, that's
That-
that's the reason.
That's the reason.
I have to go do some things.
Okay. I
If you need to leave, let me know. And then the door shuts and locks. There are 5
Alright.
different locks.
and if I try to leave and don't tell you, there's a problem. So, good night.
Good night.
Please, I put down the bedroll. Lay down.
Where do you lay down?
So the floor plan, is there anywhere near like, is there any fire? Yes,
Yeah. So like, opposite of the door, there's a fireplace, and that was where like the main painting was with like all of the kids.
Okay. So I end up
Uh,
laying beside the fireplace, putting the egg
Can you
beside.
make a perception check?
Sure. 21.
Fuck. That was more than I was hoping for. Like a couple, like a little, what is that word? I lost the word. A little pass would have been good, not a full pass. So as like you're laying down, you just sort of like put your head down and you look towards the door for a moment. You see under the table a list of names.
Whoop.
Like someone like carved them out,
Well, that's weird.
and because everyone here now knows what the names are, there's Torque, which is crossed out, Kiv, Xander, Tristan, Maeve, and Malir.
Torque.
What do you mean everyone knows the name?
Xander.
I don't know the name.
Tristan. Kiv and Valir. Or no,
So what were the names that you have?
Torque. Xander. Tristan. Kiv. Valir.
Maeve and Malir. Those are the last two.
Maeve. Alright. Torque, Xander, Tristan, Kiv, Maeve, Valir.
Dunkel doesn't know the name.
Torque is crossed out.
Yeah.
There's some hidden hit list or something.
You see that there are 6 names, sorry. There were 6 kids in the picture.
Oh.
One of them was crossed out.
And it's not like it was a good painting either. Like, it was someone who was learning how to do art, so like some of them aren't, perfect.
None of these are Ori grade. Or, well, Ori on a bad day, maybe.
These.
Sort of piecing it together. Maeve and Villier. Either enemies or friends. Most likely friends. I don't know. Might have to ask you something about that, but more importantly right now, I'm going to put... No, that's too obvious. I wanted to put the table on top of myself, so if I were to get up in the night, I'd hit my head.
Smart.
Oh my gosh. But I will take off my armor and turn my warlock weapon into a whip and wrap it around myself.
Okay.
Sheesh.
And then put the armor on top of myself so I make a noise if I were to get up.
Okay.
And then
First of all,
reluctantly go to bed.
roll a dexterity check. I want to see how well you tie the whip around your.
Alright. Not well.
Okay. Well, it's decent enough. It's around you.
Alright.
And it's holding up.
Yeah.
You do the bare minimum.
Okay. So that is fine. So you are tied up, and you have a shield on top of yourself.
Yep.
For those who are not staying in the inn, or tavern, when counting your daily costs for the living, just subtract quarter of it. So if you were to pay 2 gold pieces, you pay 1.5 gold.
Okay. So 1.5 times.
Hey,
Okay.
Danko, do you have anything else before you go to bed?
Si, senor. At the at night, Dunkel would walk out of his hut and begin wrapping the cloak around his face and body a lot to be a lot more concealing.
Okay.
And he would look for an alchemist.
Or what?
An alchemist.
Okay.
That's Oswald, by the way.
And you're doing that at night.
Doing it at night.
Hey, can I have your old stealth check? Yeah, Oswald spots you leaving. He has advantage on perception checks, right?
He's got 120 feet of dark vision.
100%. Oswald sees you leave towards the town.
He's like pruning his feathers, but like he's keeping an extra eye on the shack because Thaddeus scolded him last time. And then he sees you leaving and is just like, you're not sure why, but you feel like somebody just rolled their eyes.
Dunkel keeps walking.
Hey,
Oswald's just gonna fly over you.
Does he land on top of me, or he actually
No,
is flying?
He's like
Okay.
30 feet above you. It's
Okay.
not difficult to know that he's there.
Just to remind you, Dunkel is like 2 feet tall, so 30 feet is quite a distance for him.
Yeah, but you can, if you looked up at any time, you'd see him.
yeah, you'd see a white owl on the night sky.
Okay.
So yes, you enter the town. It's much less busy at this point. It's, let's say, like yeah, close to 10 roughly. And you see that people are still drinking in some places, and there is some life going on, but streets are mostly quiet. And so I will need you to roll perception for me.
Fucking humanoids.
Okay, that is a good roll if you ask me.
It's a fucking net 20.
Hey.
Let's
Okay,
go.
so you find not an alchemist, but you find a curiously looking alleyway full of shady individuals with stalls or like rugs set up all over this alleyway, just selling whatever manner of things you can find. And you do find one individual who's supposedly selling what you're looking for.
Dunkel would approach him. and he'll be walking with his quarterstaff as a cane.
Hey,
Good evening.
hello, old man. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a set of items.
What items in particular are you looking for? Huh? He's got
Do you-
this weird smile on his face when conversing with you.
I need a set of vials of poison and an alchemist set.
And looking at what he's got on his stall, you see there is some kind of liquid in the vials. And then he digs down behind the stall and then pulls out a set of utensils and like vials and other items that you assume that is the alchemist kit. So I've got this for you. That's the alchemist kit. If you'd like one, here you go. And then, what kind of poison are you looking for?
The one that can kill. The strongest possible.
Give me just a second so I can find what you're looking for.
You sort of like glance around and you see on like the building like nearby, Oswald's just looking at you like you swear he's grinning. This fucking guy, what is he up to?
Fucking shady motherfucker.
Shady.
One of his eyes is like a little bit closed, and it looks like he's raising an eyebrow.
Whoa. Now it's getting interesting. This is what
Oh god.
it's what he's been looking for this whole time. Something fun.
Alchemist supplies was 25 gold pieces, right?
Uh,
I can look it up real quick if you can't.
it is 50 gold pieces.
Oh, okay. That's
Or rather, that's what the book says.
Yeah.
The offer that you get from him is 75.
fair enough.
Nobody will ever
And
know.
then,
Doesn't want to haggle.
I believe the poisons were in the Dungeon Masters.
Yeah. 5e tools can also help. But if you got the books on you, there you go.
Yeah, I do, but finding the got them poisoned.
Oh my gosh, there's a thing called drow poison, which is 200 gold pieces. Wyvern poison, 1,200. Holy shit.
Wyvern poison's fucking
It's
brutal.
DMG page 258.
DMG 258.
Dungeon Master's Guide
Yeah.
258.
Thank you very much.
Purple worm poisoning? What?
That's probably the one you're asking for.
Here we go.
There's
then.
there's basic poison vials, which is 100 gold pieces. Holy shit.
Yeah. And that one is 150 gold pieces.
The normal cost for basic poison is 100 gold.
Yeah, I did hear you. I'm aware.
Oh, I have a shop catalog, and it was also Ash that said it.
So yeah, you get offer for 75 gold pieces for the alchemist kit, and you get offer 150 gold pieces for the poison.
I already got the alchemist kit,
Okay.
so I paid for that. So he only has the basic poison?
Yeah, the basic poison.
Dunkel would rummage through his pockets real quick.
Give me a second.
And he will open the bag of holding. Da. Sorry, I'm just like trying to figure this out.
No, take it.
Huh. Okay. Dunkel will then pull out a set of teeth from his pockets. The teeth that he's been gathering from the underground monsters.
Okay.
How would you feel like for a trade? I'll give you 200 gold pieces plus these teats for however you wanted to use him for, and I get 2 vials.
Okay. He's going to take the teeth and examine them.
On the teeth, I kept note of it. Here we go. Beast tooth chain. It has a giant bat fang, a giant black wolf fang, spider fang, Vorinclex tooth, 4 aberration teeth, and 1 scorpitor teeth.
Okay. So you said alchemist kit and 2 vials.
Yeah. I already paid for the alchemist kit in full, but just the 2 vials.
Oh,
is
so
gonna be...
okay, so you paid 75 for the, and then you want to pay 200 plus the teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He is going to agree on that trade.
Thank you.
Give me a second.
Now, do you have anything interesting that you're selling?
It's mostly like liquids and vials. Nothing that particularly catches your eye except for the things that you needed and wanted.
Okay. Let me check something. Sorry. Alchemist supplies. Where are you? Okay. Nope. Dunkel wouldn't ask that question.
Thank you for your business.
He begins to walk away.
Thank you for your patronage. And he tosses the coins in his hand. Okay, so you have 2 vials of poison and you have an alchemist kit.
Yes, sir. How do you spell it? Yeah, that would be the end of Dunkel's day. He would then return back to his hut and begin his tinkering overnight. Taking his long rest, basically.
Okay, awesome. I'm just gonna say that I don't really feel roleplay today, so apologies for that.
That's fine.
But Ash,
Yes.
you have a dream again. Do you want me to move you alone, or do you want the guys to hear this as
We'll keep up the air of mystery for a little bit longer.
Alrighty.
Fun. Alright.
So the dream comes to you, and it's the same thing as the previous night, where you have this recall of picking the air as you cannot find any ground underneath your feet. And you find yourself within this beautiful but very humbling space of just darkness with stars spread around, just tiny dots shining in the distance, the yellow and rainbow phlogiston floating within, and the star that was shining slightly brighter that night is slightly closer this time. It's bigger.
Hey. Going in the right direction. Just try to lay back as best I can in space. Like throwing myself a little bit. I don't know if I tried to do a backflip in 0G.
Okay. As you're doing this, you feel a sense of presence. You feel as if something was watching you, as if stalked by a predator.
Ugh.
And something moves within your periphery, and you glance over in that direction, but there's nothing there. Just some phlogiston floating.
So I don't have any phlogiston directly around me.
No. It's like
Okay.
further into the space.
So I try to cast a cantrip while I'm in this space.
Okay, what would you like to cast?
First thing I do is I go ahead and just cast my Eldritch Blast into the sky. Like attempt to,
Okay.
and see if it works.
The energy gathers around your. Are you casting it from your hand or your sword?
Uh,
Would you like to describe it?
So I try to gather the energy into my sword. Yeah, like I try to create my sword, and then shoot it into the sky to see if it draws the attention of anything or anyone.
You do manage to get your sword to appear in your hand.
Okay.
And then you gather the energy, and you see as from the space around you, the shadows gather and then collide around your sword, and then gather at the tip and fire into
So I'm kind of
space.
shooting it. I'm shooting it at the phlogiston in space. Yeah.
Okay. You shoot it towards there, and the first thing you notice is your Eldritch Blast appears to be slightly more powerful with it.
Ooh.
And you see the ball of dark energy hurling its way towards the phlogiston. And you see an explosion, very delayed. It took it time getting there. But once it impacted, you see this beautiful explosion of colors. And suddenly, from behind the explosion, something emerges, a shadow. But a shadow that is actually the phlogiston itself, as if having its own form.
Oh dang.
And you come to.
Yeah.
How far away from the tower is
Yeah.
it?
It's like attached to it.
Just gonna wake up and there's just a giant hand that's getting ready to demolish it.
Ah!
Dunkle's house.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, the next morning comes to. What is the plan for the day?
Dunkle's gonna actually wake up, and he's gonna start tinkering a lot of stuff. And if anybody does come outside, you'll hear like chipping and a lot of metal noises.
No. Awesome. Alright. I come
There's-
to.
There's a full slam on the bird door and then lock just because it's so loud.
Oh my gosh.
First goal unlocked.
So I wake up. Where do I wake up?
You wake up no longer bound by the whip, because the whip is actually your sword laying next to you.
And it's in sword form now?
And it's in sword form now, yeah.
What the hell? Wasn't a dream.
Is he still in the tower?
Yes, I'm still in the tower. I'm sitting up by the fireplace. That red dragon's egg toasting comfortably beside me. I'm just sitting up with now my sword apparently at my side. What the hell was that? Are you up?
You hear through like the walls. You hear the tinkering, but you also hear water being drained out of the tower. Thaddeus has just had a bath.
Yeah, that is that a bath. Of course he has. Alright, so I get up wearily and start putting cinder back into my bag, dusting off the embers or any ashes that ended up on the egg or around the egg, and sit down in the chair waiting for you to get up. Probably trying to carefully, so I don't make too much of a mess, eat a ration. And they're just
Well,
slowly.
I mean, we pay for our food. That's what part of our
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
assuming,
right, that's right.
assuming you have some kind of food with you, or you don't have to like minus your ration. I was assuming that you buy something instead of it.
All right. Yeah. So I
Following.
go into Yeah, I'll quickly go into the market after trying to. Well, I'll have to try and go toward the door and say, "I'm going out to grab a bite.
And as you say
Thank
that,
you."
you hear a knock on the door.
Ah,
Whose door?
I look at the. How many locks are there?
So there's 5 locks, but you've noticed now that you're like examining the door,
Yes.
there is like a little peek hole.
I look at the 5 locks, and then I like crouch down and shove my eye toward the peephole to look and see.
Okay, you see 3 dwarven guards.
I don't want to have to be the one to deal with this one.
You hear shutting from upstairs. Get the fucking door.
It's some guards.
Yeah, all the more reason for you to deal with it.
Damn it.
And you
Fine.
shouting from within, you hear a shout from inside. Hello? Or from outside. Hello? Anyone in there?
Hello? Yes, give me a minute. Just a moment as I attempt to go one lock at a time and
The mage hand
disarm.
appears as you're taking too long.
Ugh,
It just you watch like a swift amount of motions with the mage hand, like it's kind of hard to watch.
it's just finger wiggling at its finest, I suppose. As I watch it get the door toward open, and then once the locks are done, I step aside to try and open the door. See if the mage hand does it first, but like I try to open the door just quickly. Ooh.
It looks offended, and then
Mage hand looks offended.
Mage hand looks offended. Like, come on. It just puts its palm up and waves at me like, come on. Oh,
A finger wave.
man. Ugh,
it like
uh,
goes palm up as you do when you're like, what the fuck?
what the fuck? So I open the door about halfway and squint, looking at, dealing with the sunlight in the morning.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you
Hello.
see 3 guards in armor. And you see the first one. So there's one that's standing like just in front of the door, and then 2 behind him. Like good distance, like comfortable distance behind him.
It's just a lot
Oh,
of
good
noise you
morning.
hear.
Good morning.
And he like looks inside as he speaks to you, and he takes off his helmet, holds it by his side. How are you doing this beautiful morning, good sir?
I'm afraid I've just woken up.
Oh,
But-
I apologize for waking you from your slumber. I didn't mean to, of course.
It's fine. How can I help you?
So as you see, we are guards from the Digvall. We've been sent here by the people saying that a house, as they said, quoting, appeared out of nowhere on the outskirts of the town.
So it has.
Ahem. And how did you manage to transport a whole house within one night?
The bird door opens and Oswald is now just watching.
Wait, give me a second. You'll hear the noises from Dunkel's house and stop.
How did we transport a house that quickly? The simple answer, I suppose, would be magic.
Ahem. You have a individual with you skilled enough to create a house.
That we do. From nothing.
Ahem.
There's
So-
a bong as the grandfather clock marks an hour that has passed by.
Okay.
Apologies for that.
What was that?
Noisy,
What was that noise?
noisy bugger. The thing on the wall over there. I believe it's. But I know what a clock is. Maybe? I don't know.
Oh no, spaceship man, do you know what a clock is?
Yeah.
Spaceship man. Yeah, spaceship man. Yeah, that would be a clock. It just denotes the hours of the day.
Well,
Harmless, but noisy.
well, very useful, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
So yes, apologies, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Hardek. Hardek of the Guard.
Arctic
and-
of the Guard.
Again, I did not mean to disturb anyone, but I simply came to investigate the complaint.
See.
Are you here to stay a permanent residence?
Oh, I don't believe so. Don't worry. We also have the ability to harmlessly make the tower disappear whenever we want. We might be staying, I believe, a week.
Oh, that's great news. You see, I came here to also, if you were to stay, you would most likely be dealing with someone from tax office. But seeing
Understood.
as that won't be the case, I will note that you're just a passerby.
It's just some travelers looking for a place to trade, rest.
And if I may add last thing, watch out with your magics. It's not a very common thing around these areas. You don't want to bring unnecessary attention to yourselves for your own good.
You swear you hear Thaddeus mumbling, I beg to differ.
I'll I'll make sure to tell my arcane friend that the human fighter looking person says as they nod.
Alright, I do not wish to disturb you anymore, and you enjoy your day.
You as well, Arctic. By the way,
It was
Uh,
Faradak.
Fardic.
Yes.
Fardic.
And your
Of the
name?
cards. Ah, Asher Drake Ward.
Asher Drakeward. Pleasure to meet you.
Yes, and we will be here about a week. If you need help with anything, Fardic, don't be afraid to say hello.
Likewise.
Give a nod, and then
So does he,
slowly
and
close the door.
he puts the helmet on as he's turning around. You can just see his eyes staying on you as he turns around, and then he gestures to the other two guards to move off, and they go away. So that is the first contact that you made within the city. It's
What color
Faradag
were
of the
his
Guard.
eyes? Fardak of the Guard.
That
As soon as the
is
door closes, a mage hand appears and locks all of the.
that is part of your persuasion roll that you made.
Okay, sweet. So, having the heat of the guard off of me, I kind of sigh after closing the door and just putting my back to it for a brief moment as the locks go. Just, jeez.
There's like another like minute or two before you hear like the slamming of a book. Another lock being undone from above. Another 3 locks actually.
Mm.
And Thaddeus climbs down. Oh, good, you dealt with it.
Good morning. Yep, guards are gone. No worse for wear. Bardic didn't seem like he was too difficult to. Anyway, how'd you sleep?
Very well.
Good. We
He,
have
like,
about a week here.
motions for you to like step aside.
Take a step to the side.
The
Giving
mage
a
hand
nod.
appears and reopens the door. Right. I have some business to do. What are you planning to do?
Well, I could have you give me a hand on a sale or two. I'll say as I kind of finally unwrap some Vornclex hides
He like
from my
waves his
backpack.
hand towards you and like gets rid of the smell.
Yes.
Ugh.
Probably need to prestidigitate this a couple times before I try and sell it and get it in peak condition, but I could hopefully fetch a price worthy of the beast that we had to take down. Wish it could be a package deal with that skull, but I haven't seen the cat around.
Sure, what he's doing.
But
The noise.
anyway, what are you planning on doing today?
There's a few supplies, and honestly, there was something I wanted to do with your help.
Well,
But I feel like that could wait.
All right, we can help one another. Say as we probably stepping outside now and looking to our left to see Dunkel doing whatever Dunkel wants to be doing.
He's in his hut, and you see like light flashes from his hut.
Uh-oh.
I like take a step out, I shut the door, and the mage hand appears on the other side and blocks all of it.
All
Alright. And you see Thaddeus looks over to the tower and is like, I have it prepared. It would just take a moment. But a mage hand appears and like knocks on Dunkel's shed.
The noise will stop. He'll walk out.
Oh, morning. I didn't know it was already day.
Good morning.
I think we need that bag.
The bag? What do you want about the bag?
He like sort of stops and like gives you a look. We need the contents of the bag.
Okay, let me just take out my potatoes from here. he,
All right.
reaches,
He reaches into the bag and actually pulls out 6 potatoes.
Oh, I also forgot, the breastplate. I'll be fixing that really soon, Ash.
Thank you.
He also takes out the breastplate from the bag of holding.
What are you working on at the moment?
At the moment I was working on new gadgets.
Let's see.
Not even a little bit suspicious.
So Passion, what's the required materials to repairing his armor plate?
Yeah, so how were you gonna go about this?
I was thinking about grabbing some of the steel ingots to repair it.
So exactly what I was thinking.
Alrighty. I don't.
Gonna look.
10
10.
gold each.
Yeah.
So you would need to use 2.5 of them.
2.5.
Yep.
2.5.
Okay, so Dunkel would grab 3. That would be 8 steel ingots left. Dunkel has 3 of them. He'll also take out the rations.
Oh, we were gonna cut those gems before we sold them, weren't we?
That's what y'all wanted to do, but Dunkel isn't informed about the idea.
It makes more sense to do that, right?
Maybe. I mean, do we want to tell him? Are we planning on selling a bunch to the dwarves? I know they'd value it.
Uncle, how much do you have to do for this?
Dunkel would reach into his back pocket and he'll pull out a small parchment. And pulls out some like reading glasses as well.
Spectacles.
I have to make some new gadgets, yes. I have to prepare some weird chemicals for myself dealing with my gadgets. On top of that, I need to fix Ash's breastplate. I need to hold up a deal on my end and make something.
Hold up at the. Okay.
Fixing the armor is gonna be one whole day, by the way.
That's fine.
You need resources for any of that.
There's already resources inside the bag of holding. They really are helpful since we got them. I can make a lot more stuff, prepare a lot more things with the.
Okay.
I think that's it.
All
I
right.
think you could squeeze in cutting a couple gems.
Cutting a couple gems. What type of cuts?
Make it look nice.
Making it presentable, okay.
Yeah.
I think I could do that.
Make it worth more.
Easy enough.
I'll like try and remember what the ruby looked like when we took it out, and I'll make it like a small image of it appear in my hand using prestidigitation, and then it'll swap to like a cut version of like what I was thinking, like that.
Dunkel would inspect the image and he'll then say,
Okay, I got it.
he will begin drawing on the backside of the parchment of the image that you just showed him. And that's like sort of a diagram or sketch.
All right. Liking that idea, I kind of try to create an image of the emerald with prestidigitation as well, and see if I can try and make a use prestidigitation in a way to show the big hunk of emerald getting cut into sort of a shape of a dragon. Trying to be artistic about it.
Alright.
Are you sure you want it to look like a shape of?
Would that take away some of its value?
Well, it's quite a big emerald. However, I could still do it.
Hmm.
If you want, I can make the dragon with one of these smaller.
And he'll pull out a 10 gold piece worth gem, the one from the mine carts.
That would work. Probably would be a lot less expensive.
Already.
Oh, one last thing, if you wouldn't mind. When you cut the ruby, could you get a piece of it in about, and like I'll do like a very small gem that looks like it would be the size of like a human's thumbnail?
So you want a gem to look like a thumbnail?
No, it's like the size of the thumbnail.
Oh,
Oh, you want a small piece of it?
Okay.
Polish and cut, if you wouldn't mind.
Ash, if you wouldn't mind, I'm gonna have to postpone your armor just to do these.
As long as it's. I mean, I've been waiting this long. I can wait a little bit longer.
Thank
You
you.
plan to do it now?
Yeah. Shouldn't be too hard. I was already planning to do a couple of tinkerings today. If you have any other things, you probably do it. I've got new supplies as well, new tools.
and he'll show you the alchemist set, the carpenters, leather workers, and what else? There's something else. Sorry. Nope, that's it.
Wow. Little
We got
tent.
an emerald, a ruby, and a diamond, right?
Not in the bag of holding. That was being held by Strife.
That's what we had.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need the ruby.
Strife has the ruby, but yeah.
Yeah.
Dunkel has the emerald in the bag of holding.
Yeah, he's also got the diamond. Ruby and
Yep.
the diamond.
And the Warren Click skull.
Pretty sure he didn't want to sell it, he wanted to make something of it.
Yeah. He wants to. Don't think it's a trophy piece either. He's trying to make something cool out of it.
Alrighty, so let me fix the bag of holding real quick because some of the items that Dunkel will be using. Potatoes. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna be taking the potatoes. That belongs to Strife. The black breastplate, I'm gonna keep that in there because I'm not gonna try to copy and paste it into my own inventory.
Did
And
you say
anyways,
you had any leatherworking supplies?
yes, I do.
So I take this Vorinclex hideout. Say, remember that thing that had really tough hide?
The one that I didn't fight. Yep.
Yup. Well, this is the last. Well, this is a part of it. You think you
Oh.
could tan it and maybe make some really strong studded leather using a bit of metal intertwined with it to make a really powerful studded leather armor?
Hmm.
He'll really think about it and he to his tools. Give me a second.
Improving it and probably tanning it. I don't think I can do, as I'm not too proficient with these items. I'm fairly new. I know how to work around shaping it, or most likely looking at the fine details of it, but modifying it is out of my league.
Okay, so you could probably make a hide armor out of it, but not turn it into leather and then work
Mhm,
with it like that. I see.
yeah.
All right. I don't know anyone who could currently use it at the moment, seeing as we've lost Dexter recently.
It might be
I hope he
worth
finds his answers.
saving it. At least enough to make armor.
Yeah, just in case. I'll keep it around for now. Try and get the stink off of it first, though.
Is there anything else?
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
Alrighty then, I'll get to work. Oh wait, do you still need stuff from the bag of holding?
Oh,
The bag would be nice.
The bag. Okay.
He'll then hand you the bag.
Okay.
Give me a second. I was still fixing items in there.
Who's carrying the haversack?
Dexter
Uh-oh.
was.
Dexter was.
He was. Let's just say, Ash, you have it now.
Good. Yeah,
Fair
I
assumption.
think he'd be willing to hand it off to me. Alright, so now I have a handy haversack.
2 gems worth 10 gold pieces would be gone from there, but
Just uncheck anything that's not in there.
yeah. Bam, bam. Alrighty. Oh, also the quarterstaff isn't in there. That's very important. That's it.
Woo.
Well, let's have a wonder.
Alright. Let's see what we can find around here.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go to the grass bottle shop.
Okay.
Ooh.
Anything specific that you're trying?
So I'll like reach into the bag and like fiddle around for a while, trying to find what I was looking for. And I'll present the carved bone statue, the Durgar god, to Grass Bottle Senior.
So Horton is the one in the shop currently, but upon your request, he fetches his father. I can have it.
Oh, can you add the Darkwood orbs to Dexter's inventory?
Yeah, I can. Sorry, I just realized that I'm the only one who can. uh, would stress balls.
So, where are we?
So the person that we rescued, he
Ah,
took us to his shop, or his father's shop, and we were here yesterday buying stuff. It's like a crazy antiquity and like odds stuff.
okay, okay.
I bought a few things from them.
Good to see you again, Grass Bottle.
Likewise. Yeah, so how much did you want for the statue?
I'm willing for an offer. I'll
Okay.
be honest, I'm not overly attached.
He's going to propose you 50 gold pieces.
I'll look to Ash. Sound good?
Yeah.
Done.
Okay. You can remove the statue and add a 50 gold piece inventory.
I was just looking at it. I don't know where it is anymore. Hold on. Please hold. Oh, it's in the bag of holding, that's why.
There's an antiquity from the Underdark, so hopefully it fetches you a good price.
He bets it will.
Afraid I used to have a painting that might have been worth something to you. It was an ancient dwarven relic, or it was an ancient dwarven painting from a bygone era, but sold it to a painter for a quick buck back in the day. Shame.
You talking about the painting from the first town that you...
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm reminiscing and
that's
talking
it.
to Grass Bottle about that.
I don't believe there's anything else that we would have that'd be of interest. Unless, of course, you're interested in buying gems.
He is not interested in buying gems.
Okay. Dang.
Fair enough.
Well, glad to see everything's back in order. Might be back in case we want any more decorations. I know Thaddeus wants to decorate the house a little bit sometimes.
He has a giggle and certainly awaits your return with anything spectacular that you might find.
You got a visible reaction out of him. I will then go to the silversmith.
Okay. So you're going to see the dwarven lady that you saw the previous day. What is
Yep.
your purpose?
To put it simply, that thing that we were talking about, the bracelet,
Yeah.
I'd ask if it could be done. I'd also provide the silver ingots.
Okay.
Not with any gems, just a place to socket with like the ability to socket them when
Okay, so you
acquired.
want a simple bracelet without the gems for now. Just the
Yeah.
spaces where you can place them.
But like all of the designs and stuff on it still.
Okay. How many of those silver ingots are you?
Well, how many does she need? Because we got 4, right?
Mm-hmm. I say
You-
1 ingot.
You would probably need 3 of them, and then the payment for
Whoa.
the job, which would be 10 gold pieces. So 3 times 40 silver pieces is 12 gold pieces. So 22 gold pieces total for the job.
So the 3 ingots and then 22 gold on top.
No, so the 3 ingots and 10
Oh,
gold pieces
okay.
on top.
I'll give her 15.
Right. They would be done. They will be done in about 2 days.
And like I'll specify like how big it needs to be, just to fit around a particularly large part.
Working on some jewelry.
A side job, as it were.
Good. Fair enough. Fair enough. Have my own.
And after that, we'd like step out, and I'd turn to Ash. There is one thing I'd like to do, but I'm not entirely sure what I need for it yet.
What do you have in mind?
Well, it was the thing I needed your help with.
Okay.
That armor you wore.
Mm-hmm.
You bring it up occasionally. How do you do that?
Ah. You mean the spell? Well, that's a good point. It takes a couple incantations. Of course, you have to be quick about it. I've seen your mage hand. You're up to it. I could try and teach you.
Do you need anything to cast it?
Well, traditionally, you're supposed to have a cup of water.
It's not a difficult ask.
No. As long as you got a water skin in handy, you're fine. Or a spellcasting focus, of course.
Hmm.
The name of the spell itself is the Armor of Agathis. Apparently, the creator of the spell was a little bit full of themselves, and you do have to say the name of the spell as you cast it.
Thaddeus is writing notes.
um, Somatic gestures is about bracing for impact and allowing that water to bind into ice that'll guard you from attacks and also punish those that hit you for doing so.
Easy enough.
Yep. There's a couple intricacies to it, but given a day or two, honestly, I don't know how long it takes to learn a spell, but I'll do my best to teach you. It can be a lifesaver.
I imagine.
It's
Well.
much stronger the higher level you the more energy you put into it, the more damage it deals as well. What were you going to say? Sorry.
I think I know what I need. And I'm just gonna wander about town looking for any sort of supplies that I would need to learn the spell.
All right. I'll go with you. I'm trying to find some sort of arcane shop of any.
What kind of supplies would you?
Well, for learning a spell, normally it's like
You need
ink,
paper for
paper,
the
any
Magic
materials. So I just need like
water.
a jug of water.
jug of water, paper, magic ink. Write it
And like the total cost is I think 50 gold per level.
Yeah.
So I think
It's
that's halved for abjuration spells.
yeah,
Or
because you're
whatever.
abjuration wizard, right?
Yeah. So
So
it's
25
also
gold.
a crazy spell that I normally don't have access to. So you can up the price if you feel like it.
I would say price is fine because you're having help with it. So 25 gold pieces for the paper and ink, everything to write the spell down and then perform it as many times as needed until you learn it. Yeah, it's just gonna take a couple days.
All right.
So yeah, let's look for a magic shop because that's what you were looking for.
Yes. I'm looking for something.
Okay.
Oh, just like as a little backpedal a little bit. When I provided like the description of what I was asking for the bracelet,
Yeah.
I'd use prestidigitation to make like a little handheld version.
Okay. A visible shock appears on the dwarven lady face. Ladies. But yeah, she goes with it. She knows what. Hey,
That's
so you're looking for a magic shop, is what you said.
Yes. Trying to see if there's anything in town
Hey,
with
with
Thaddeus.
with your just passive investigation and perception, there is no such shop in this town.
Ah. Yeah, it sounded like they were slightly weary of magic. Or wary.
it's becoming more and more apparent how difficult it is to find magic.
Yep. This is not at all like never mind. Anyway, in that case, I suppose we can try and find some way to make a little bit of money in town. I mean, we made a good amount off of that statue, but thinking we can probably try and make a bit more from. What do we have in the
Anything you
bag
want to
there?
offload?
I could probably do with offloading this poison I have. I ended up stealing it from the spiders we took on down there. Sealed it tight so it wouldn't dry out. I think the mandible's about done though, sadly. But So I don't quite know who would need a poison, but could be of
Oh
use.
no, there's like an itching in the back of my mind, like we know somebody.
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like we know, but we
Oh
don't
my
know. You know.
fucking
But yeah, I made sure to harvest this poison. I don't know.
Anyway,
Someone's
Anyway,
full of regrets.
No, no, I don't regret anything.
So, in that case, I feel like I still want. I could buy something to take better care of Cinder. I might want to buy. Like, I now have this haversack from Dexter. I think for the most part we know what these two potions do, but I don't know if they have anyone in town that could appraise it. Do they have an alchemist?
I don't think we need one. I did identify what they did.
Yeah. I wanted to buy other potions.
It'd be worth a look.
Hey,
Yeah.
Passion, did you read your Discord DMs?
Now I have. Mind specifying a bit? Ah. Yes.
Oh. Hmm.
So as like just as a reminder, right?
Mhm.
Oswald's last like mission was to keep an eye on Dunkel. But if you go anywhere, he'll follow you. But if you stay there, he'll just be hanging out.
Yeah,
With
he's
like mild curiosity because of last night.
he's staying in his hut, but his hut is there is no windows.
What's Oswald's passive perception?
Passive. 13.
Mind doing a quick sleight of hand for me?
Understood. Old man sleight of hand, proficient in it.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's two nat 20s in a
Oh
row.
my
What the
god, holy cow.
Oh, you got my luck from last time.
Dunkel ain't gonna get caught. He only got caught once, but
Well, that's sleight of hand. If you go anywhere, he'll see you.
yeah.
He's like sort of perched up somewhere nearby, just chilling.
I'm about to go mad scientist.
Man. But yeah. While we're looking for this alchemist shop, I have to admit, I'm also looking for something to try and. The last dream I had, I realized that they weren't truly dreams. While I was out there, kind of looks up a little bit. While I was out, I should say, I ended up seeing some sort of shadowy being. And when I drew my sword inside of the dream, it came to me had transformed from the whip into the sword. When I came to, the sword was in my hand instead. So, at the very least, the dreams are affecting the real world. And vice versa. I don't know what to make of it yet. But that tugging, feeling like I'm going in the right direction to find out, is getting stronger.
This whole time, like every time you look somewhere, Thaddeus has gone from looking at you to looking where you're looking, and then
Look
like
up.
back to you and like raising like an eyebrow and like just listening to what you're saying. So where are you being held, or rather pulled? It's close.
Closer. In the dream, it takes the form of a star, getting larger and brighter the closer we get. There's this feeling in my chest tugging me towards it. And it gets stronger the closer we get.
You think it's at the crater?
Very much good. Very well could be.
I'll sort of stop for a moment and take off my. So like everyone has like a backpack. I've sort of
Yeah.
got like a messenger bag.
Ah.
And like I just sort of pull it over and like I open it up and I pull out the key. Does this look important to you? Like specifically you?
I look at it.
Okay. Roll perception or investigation. Just real quick.
Alright. I investigate the key. Da-na.
Oh
Nat
shit.
20. What the hell?
Jesus.
What the hell is going on?
I love these nat 20s.
What?
Dice are
Really? No way!
great.
Holy crap!
3 in a row. Dice gods.
Yeah. So
Luck.
you look at the. You look at the key of Solid. It's a six-sided cylindrical relic, and on one of the ends, on top of it, there's a runic design of sort, which
Ooh.
you can kind of understand.
What does it say?
I would DM you.
Oh.
Awesome. That's just fucking awesome.
I just need to cast comprehend languages. That's all I needed to do.
That's just fucking awesome.
Heck yeah.
I'm pogging.
That is a lot of nat 20s in a row.
No. What was that? 4. Somewhere here it is.
Did you get the message?
Yes.
There we go.
So that's what you understand from.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
It appears so.
It's very. You see me look at the key and then pause my eyes going to the way the rune is, squinting, trying to figure it out. And then nodding. Has some importance.
Yeah, this whole time I haven't been looking at the key. I've been looking at you.
Just kind of squinting. Whenever. So, Passion, can you DM me what language it was in, or what the rune? Like, if there was a language to it.
Um,
Or if it was like a unique thing.
I would say it was more of a unique thing.
Okay.
Ooh.
So the key definitely has some sort of connection. At least from what I can tell.
I will just hand it over to Ash.
Thank you.
Keep it.
Thank you.
It's a 6-sided cylindrical relic. It's a key.
Ooh.
As when I found this, I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
All nat 20s.
Oh, not 20s.
Alright, so I'm gonna delete it from my inventory.
Alright, typing it in. Cylindrical relic key of nat 20s. Did it weigh anything?
Probably.
Just like 2 pounds.
Got it. Alright. So I take it. Say, do I owe ya? What do I owe ya?
A spell.
Fair enough. Alright. We can get to practicing soon. And it doesn't look like this town will have much in the way of magical equipment or even potions.
The only thing remotely magical was either that key or the dark wood that I gave Dexter.
You gave Dexter some dark wood that was magical?
Felt like it was needed for him rather than I. It worked as an arcane focus.
Oh! Maybe it'll teach him that magic actually exists.
Dexter, not Dunkel.
Oh, Dexter. Aw.
I'm
Wrong one.
sorry. I'm just
Sorry.
thinking how fucking Dunkel almost broke up.
Yeah, he fucking threw it.
Oh,
I told him to spin it, and he's like, throw it?
chuck
Like,
it?
no.
Okay.
He said twirl him, and I thought he said throw him.
Aw. Alright. Well, hopefully it helps him. And it's in good hands.
It very slightly enhanced my magic, but it's not overly powerful.
There's woods in this world that can enhance magic?
It appears so.
That's interesting. Alright, we can get practicing now, I suppose. I haven't had much in the way of alcohol on this. He kind of looks down this time. But after seeing that being in the phlogiston. I think I'm going to need to drink. But I'm
Let's
probably
stop
going
by
to
a
need it again.
tavern.
Yeah.
I need to replenish my supplies.
Alright. Off to a tavern we go.
Tavern it is. Hey. So you approach a seemingly quiet building from the outside, but inside you find is just an illusion of the outside. There's the inside is booming with life and just dwarves shouting. There's some dwarves wrestling in the corner, betting on who's gonna win. Just all over mayhem within this place. And the name of the place is the Digger's Nook.
Nice.
I imagine this is where the workers from the dig site come to.
Would make sense. And this is the true demonstration how they'd rather swing a pick than wave a wand.
It would explain the looks.
Anyway, I'm going to go grab something to relax a bit, and probably grab some food.
Yeah, so
It's
I
on
guess
me
we'll
today.
eat for the day, and then I'll also order a bottle of whiskey to go.
Okay.
Alright. I would like to buy some food for the day and the strongest ale they had.
So the food and just a normal drink counts towards your life expenses, daily life expenses. But the bottle is gonna cost you said whiskey, right?
Yeah.
7 gold pieces.
Yep.
I'm asking them for the strongest thing they got.
Okay. The lady behind the bar um gives you what smells like ale, but she gives you almost like a shot glass that's only half full.
Uh-oh. Alright. How much is it?
1 silver piece for the shot.
Not too bad. Alright.
I'll polish off my old bottle of whiskey.
Well, as I down the shot.
Okay, I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh
my
God.
god, go
What?
to hell!
Oh, no.
Oh no way, what the fuck?
This is how it feels to
I
happen.
I swear you
screenshot.
rigged the roll 20 today.
This is how it feels to
Screenshot.
happen.
This is how it feels.
Okay, it hits like a truck. It's like you literally swallowed like concentrated truck juice. And it just explodes in your stomach. You find yourself composed, but you feel like if it went just slightly wrong, you would have been vomiting all over the place.
Oof.
And the name of the drink is Trip the Miner.
Rip the miner. So, I down it, and then I look at the waitress. Alright.
She applauds your braveness and your guts, I guess.
The gut.
You have the guts, kid.
I'm fine. I didn't trip. Didn't trip. I'll take something smooth to go. That's probably gonna kick in about 10 minutes, so.
Oh, you know what? A bottle of wine.
Hey. That'd be good.
And do you want something from the upper shelf, or
Yeah, alright. I'll splurge.
okay? Like the normal upper shelf is 10 gold pieces, but if you wanted to get like something from the very top shelf, that would be 16 gold pieces.
16?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'll get that one.
Okay.
Ooh.
You got some fine wine that you actually got a brand new bottle which hasn't been opened.
Look at that.
We deserve a break. Being in the
Yes, we do.
Underdark for as long as we have.
Yeah, it's no big city, but it's way better than down there. Don't have to worry about mind flares as much.
Thaddeus gives you a look like, I'm sorry?
It's nothing. Alright, I'm probably going to be drunk off my ass in a minute, so. Off we go, I guess.
I'll leave a gold piece as a tip.
Okay.
And then I guess we go back to the tower unless you want to do something else.
No, I'm ready to go back to the tower. And just get to the tower, go to the chair by the table, sit at the table, and rest for a moment. Putting the handy
while,
haversack down.
while arriving,
Or
you hear total silence coming from Uncle's hut, but then
no.
like at certain periods, you'll just hear like a tink of glass, like if someone was hitting glass, you know. But
Can
it's like
you roll
very
1d6 for me, Danko?
Mhm.
You can.
You can what?
Because you can GM roll, so then only I can see it.
Yeah, we'll just pretend we didn't see it.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
it's fine. You don't even know what the hell is up. And so what was Danko doing the whole day?
Dunkel the whole day was doing that secret stuff in the very beginning, but he then was fixing gems,
Sorry, fixing what?
refining the gems to look more appealing, and also creating the two gem items.
Okay.
But for Skulk, he uses a special gem.
Okay. So would you like to roll some jeweler's tools for that?
No problem.
You do have luck too, so
Yeah, I was gonna use those luck.
No point in keeping
unless
replenished.
3 nat 20s come out.
Oh, I wish.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I'll use luck on that 10.
Okay.
One more luck. One more.
One better.
Oh, that's all my luck right there.
Okay, so the first one was for.
The first one was for ashes.
Okay. The 11 was for.
Just refining them to look a bit more appealing.
Okay, and 23.
That's for Skulk.
Great.
Because the last period where you hear like very long pauses,
Kill
Very-
or Griskulk.
He's trying to do his best.
Oh.
Oh no. Hello?
Yeah.
Boo.
Oh, sorry. I thought I lagged out.
When we get back, there's a knock on your shack. The door opens.
Mm.
If it does, and then a few seconds later, and the bag of holding is being carried by the hand.
Ooh, special delivery. What's inside the?
Eh.
He opens up the bag.
Ooh, a lot of items.
It's actually less items than what was in there.
He does not know. I mean, do you think that this is some like different bag? He's getting-
Oh.
Thank you. Random hand giving me this loot.
It then disappears in ice and snow, as like it sort of snows for a little bit onto the bag, and then it disappears.
I like that.
I like that.
He said,
uh, he then closes the door and puts the bag on his side where in the bag full. Then he continues with his work till nightfall.
Nice. Alright, I stumble a little bit. By the time we're getting into the tower, kind of rest on the chair by the fireplace. If the tower's still there.
Yeah, we'd like get back. I'd look at the clock, sigh, and then climb up the ladder. And about 10 minutes later, the clock winds backwards.
Ooh.
As I recast the spell to keep it here.
Alright.
And on the table are a set of wine glasses.
Okay. So I sit into the chair, sighing a little bit and relaxing, like actually unwinding. For the first, I create the magical weapon and turn it into like a knife, just letting it shrink down. And I actually try to rest it on the table. After about 6 seconds, it reappears in my hand, and I sigh as I dismiss it completely. Never fully get rid of that thing, even for a moment. And then I just kind of wait there for a moment, letting time pass and doing nothing for the first time in a while.
Thaddeus has climbed down the ladder, no longer in robes, in like rolled up sleeves of like a dress shirt, not really buttoned up the whole way, slacks and like socks and no boots.
Oh.
He just
I
sort of
see.
sits down in front of the fire on the ground.
Oh.
being able to relax in your own home is honestly the most overlooked luxury.
I'd agree to that. Too many people take it for granted. Being able to make your own home is quite an awesome feat in and of itself.
I'll bust out that bottle of wine.
Alright, I'll take a glass and slightly shakily I kind of present it whenever you're ready.
What glass are you grabbing?
One of the wine glasses.
Is one of them a chalice?
Is
No.
one of them a chalice?
No, the
chalice.
chalice is in my bag upstairs.
And-
The chalice! There isn't. There isn't many places for adventurers to call home, or many chances for it, I suppose. So this
It's
is
not
about
only
as
adventurers. Too many don't have a place to call home.
that's true. Honestly, anywhere, anywhere on this planet, I don't really have a home either. So I get what you mean. I'm stranded, so to speak. This is about as close as it'll get, probably. Thanks for that.
As you're having this heartfelt conversation, you hear a crack and look towards the fireplace, and where your egg lays, near it, warming up, you can see it shake.
Cinder. Oh, fuck, why do I have to be drunk right now? Damn it!
There's no
I
real
could've-
better time, if I'm being honest.
I could have, like, half take a step and stumble aside the fireplace and sit down.
The mage hand takes the wine glass out of your hand before you drop it.
I break it. For the best. Cinder, hello. Kind of very gently pat the egg.
And you can feel like the kick, and the shell slightly cracks. And you can feel the warmth of the egg and warmth from the fireplace. And in the time period of about 5 minutes, the egg
Uncle, get over here.
completely cracks. And what did they find within it?
They find a little tiny red dragon named Cinder.
It's all gooeyed up from the fluids within the egg. But immediately after breaking the shell, the head pops out and makes eye contact.
Knowing how this works, Thaddeus has taken a couple steps back, like closer to the door, just out of sight of the dragon egg.
Dunkel enters through the door. Did someone call me? What the hell is
It's
that?
locked. It's completely locked.
Okay.
What the hell?
What the hell is this door?
There's
Even
this.
though I know it'll burn a little bit because dragon eggs are very hot during this time,
Oh yes.
I still very gingerly
Did someone
meet its
call me?
eyes and like very gently
Hello?
hold the egg into my lap, kind of to rest it close to me. Hi, Cinder.
And that
Is it-
happens in the chaotic noises of Danku trying to open the door and just like locks jiggling.
Is anybody in there?
A mage hand appears in front of your face, like roughly where Thaddeus thinks you are, and just holds up a finger.
Magic god.
Magic god. The magic god of giving you random things that you forget are yours after 5 seconds.
And Cinder begins to claw its way out of the egg, tossing the shell to the side. Very baby-like movements. It has no control of its body yet.
No, I very, very carefully kind of use a hand and gently scoop it up. You
And
see me wave with my other hand as I use well, what you can't tell what I use, but an invisible force helping to support it in 3 different places as I gently place Cinder on my chest and lay down. It's goop on
And-
me and all. Just
a lot of that goop gets wiped on your clothes and your skin, but it does this like motion of walking around, and it like kind of burps where it wants to lay down, as if trying to warm its place if it could breathe fire, but it cannot yet. Just a natural instinct of this animal. And then it just curls up and lays on your chest.
see me as I put my hands together and my hands catch fire with produce flame. So I gently, basically hug it with the flames.
And it much cuddles into your chest, finding comfort in your presence.
In this time, Thaddeus has unlocked the door, slipped out, and like sort of pushed Dunkel away, and then closed the door.
Mm,
The egg
Oh.
hatched.
what egg?
That's fine. What are you up to?
Oh, I heard my name being called, as if you were asking about the gems and done with them. And
Okay.
he pulls them out. Here you go.
Right. I'll inspect the dragon statue and the cut emerald.
Yeah.
Emerald on
Dragon statue looks good.
Yeah, the emerald statue definitely looks good, and the emeralds are cut on like a decent, not extraordinary way, but market type decent.
Alright. Well done.
Woo!
That's very interesting over there. A bit lost for words. Is that assumed to be a dragon?
Yep.
Oh god.
I don't think it'll be a dragon anytime soon. But it is hatched.
Oh god. I'm gonna have to think about a lot of things.
Don't start worshipping it.
No.
No one else needs an ego.
Oh, god. The kobold. He said there's gonna be a reincarnation. He's really starting to think too much.
Thaddeus like rolls his eyes, uncorks the bottle of wine that's just still in his hand, opens up your mouth with mage hand,
Oh,
and just pours some of the wine down. Shut up.
Oh no. Alright. So, I finally, resting with Cinder on my chest, begin to drift off to sleep, just whispering one word under my breath, holding Cinder, just saying, home, as the flame goes out and I fall asleep.
You do not have any dreams this night.
Yeah.
Thaddeus had just sort of like sat down outside his tower, just looking up, watching the night for a while.
Dunkel has a tear running down his face. Just one tear.
No.
But
Staring at
keeps,
the
he keeps
night
that tombstone and he goes to his steel defender and walks back home.
and staring at the night skies, stars shining above, and a one distinct, kind of thick piece of the whole sky is like as if cut across, and there's no stars visible in that space. The ring around the planet, which you assume is the comets and the meteorites. But there's a falling star.
Falling.
Shooting star. Pardon me.
Oh, shooting. Okay. There's a silent wish and a mumble of a couple different names. And then Thaddeus will return to his room, locking every lock.
Finding Ash passed out with his newly hatched dragon on his chest in front of the fireplace as you do the locks.
I touch one, I get another. Hopefully this one goes by better. And I go to bed.
Alright.
The next morning comes, and you in particular, Ash, are being awake by feeling of nibbling on your skin.
Ah!
Slight pinches, as the teeth are not quite sharp yet. But you assume that Cinder is hungry at the moment.
Oh boy, here we go. Good morning, Cinder. I kind of sit up and look at them, and then give them a brief fire pet. Here. Let's go get you something to eat. I instantly get up and very gently try to put my scoop with my hands to let them rest in both my arms for now.
Easily done.
How does she look as far as like motor controls? Is she getting better at it, or is she still kind of clumsy?
Oh no, it's still fully clumsy. Like
It's
learning to
very
crawl,
clumsy.
basically.
Yep. Alright. Just kind of speak softly in Draconic. Okay, Cinder. Time to teach you what food is.
And what the other two are doing?
Don't.
Daily routine.
Daily routine. Okay.
Shower.
So like 30 minutes late.
Mm,
About half that bottle of wine is gone, maybe more.
I wouldn't expect any less from Thaddeus.
Dunkel would send his steel defender to the front of the door once he wakes up, and he begins tinkering inside. This time working on Ash's arm.
Hey. Alright, so I'm very gently resting Cinder onto the table, and then I take out all of the food that I have. Whether it's the dried meat, which I'm expecting to be their favorite, some fish, like dried fish, nuts, and fruits, and then like showing them all to Cinder, as well as wanting to go out and grab food, but also not wanting to overwhelm them too quickly, and letting them try each of the foods and finding out which they like the best.
You hear the rushing of water as Thaddeus starts to go downstairs. Still sort of like dressed casually, but is now wearing boots. Takes a look at the table. Looks to the door and just leaves.
Alright.
Cinder would actually. The first thing it smells is the dried fruits, and it attempts to eat those, and they are gone.
They're gone? Alright.
And then next up, it smells the meat, and it goes for the meat. And basically done for the time being.
Okay. Good job, Cinder. Just keep petting them a little bit and then letting them rest a little bit. I pick them up and then put them like toward my shoulder. Just kind of like hugging them as I
Burping a baby.
burped a baby.
Yeah.
Also, like, I'm eventually going to let them try and find this spot comfortable so I can get it to stay on my shoulder, but that's for another time. I'll leave them on my shoulders as I step out to go see what the others are doing.
Thaddeus is fully gone.
Oh,
You hear loud coming from a little wooden hut.
it's gone from a beggar's tent to a little wooden hut with a whole bunch of tools in it. So I kind of knock on your door a little bit. Hello?
Oh, it's you, Ash.
He opens up the door.
Morning.
Morning. Say as I've got this tiny red dragon on my shoulder,
He looks
burping.
worried, looking at that dragon.
Oh, this is Cinder.
Oh,
Kind of like turn them around a little bit to look at you.
wait, give me a second to find the name. Oh, Lord Kurtzek. Please don't. Please don't hurt me.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just praising a known god to my own race. It's a Kurtlesek.
Polsek?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been part of one of those kobolds. Oh,
Nodding his
yes,
head. Yeah.
yes. I very well actually remember their rendition Kortolmak or something along those lines. I'm very happy we didn't have to run into that dragon. I couldn't have imagined missing this. To say as I kind of like bounce with the tiny dragon a little bit, and showing you its face and its little eyes. Isn't it great?
He's really thinking right now. Trying to inspect the behavior of the dragon before anything.
I don't know. Passion. Can Dunkel discern what Cinder is plotting at this moment?
Roll insight check. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You can see it skimming a master plan of how to kill you, Danko. It's a baby dragon. Like, it's just looking around the space, taking everything in.
Yeah.
Very innocent.
It's just Dunkel being paranoid about dragons.
So, what brings you around here?
Just checking on you, and now that I have this little one, I'm gonna be trying to show them the world a little bit.
Do take note of this. Be careful about showing your dragon around public areas. I don't know how people may act. And I will sure as hell hate it if something were to happen because you were carrying your dragon around.
That's a good point. I haven't noticed any dragons being raised around here. Quite strange, honestly. They seem like they don't have any riders. No Gish.
They are a very rare creature, and as long as I lived in the Underdark, may have encountered one, but still, that's just been my lifetime. I think 100 years.
Wow.
This would be the second dragon that I've ever seen.
Well, alright. If you've at least encountered one, what's your favorite food, Dunkel?
Oh,
He really.
it's really hard to say, but recently it's been the juice that Strife has.
Rife juice? What?
It's really tasty.
He starts salivating.
It's a window.
What's it from?
No, I don't really know, but Strife knows how to make it, and it's really good.
Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. I say as I gonna scratch the back of my head. Wait, is that the armor?
Oh yeah, I've been building and fixing it in my workbench.
Um, don't. I'll pay you for this. I know you like copper coins, right?
That is true. Yep.
So, like you've been adorning yourself with copper coins, Could you possibly use a tiny bit more of that steel to make a little platform for this one?
Hmm.
Just like a little spot that they can more easily sit on my shoulder. That makes sense.
Okay. Would you also want some bracer on in case your dragon wants to sit upon that?
That would be great.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you. That I kind of just go out and start showing Cinder the surrounding landscape, I guess. Looking at clouds in Draconic, since they just innately somewhat know the language. Not like they can really speak it or understand too much, but understand very tiny concepts from the very beginning. Just kind of tell them what clouds are and the sky. Demonstrating it to a baby, but you know.
Started them young.
Yo,
Sounds great.
that'd
So, yeah,
probably be my day, honestly.
Uncle's whole entire day would just be building the whole entire set for.
After about half an hour of being gone, Thaddeus would return with like a bag of food and just holding with 2 fingers a bit of string attached to just a shank of raw meat.
Oh my gosh.
Man, if
Alright.
Strife was here, he would have been the fucking chef. For...
Yeah. So, after walking around the landscape, what is the terrain around here, by the way? Like,
Mostly plains. No, sorry, I lied. It's a hilly area, but where the house is, it's mostly plains.
okay.
So the whole city is like between the hills. The whole town, Digvall, is between the.
Okay. So, I let them in the grass for a brief moment. Let them look at the sky. Kind of cleaning them off afterwards. Okay. Between the hills. And then take them back toward the house and see Thaddeus back. Kind of wave. One hand waving, the other holding Cinder. Hey!
He said he's gonna be back in.
Okay.
Just for your passion, I'm gonna be using mending, participating on the magic breastplate.
Okay.
And if I was to use mending items, mending possibly.
Yeah. So, do you want to use your tinker's tools?
It would be blacksmiths, but yes.
Have you got them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, great. Then go ahead and use those.
Wha-bam! I will use a lucky. Wha-bam! That's better.
Much better.
That's implied mending.
Yes, the armor is fully repaired by the end of the day.
Nice.
Dunkel would then exit out and right upon his steel defender to like the next door.
Just remember to use the resources.
Oh yeah, yeah. How many steel ingots did I use to make the whole entire set?
You
I
said
think you already
3,
you subtracted it from the bag of holding.
so there was
Yeah.
4 of them.
I,
Oh
I,
no,
I,
wait.
I used 3, but I was also making the other things for Ash as a like an add-on. The things for his dragon mount on top of his right shoulder and assume
Oh
a
wait, because
bracer.
there's no. So wait, what did I said
I-
that you need 2.5, but then you said you will use 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then so what else were you making for Ash?
So it was like a pedestal for his dragon to mount on his shoulder, and also his dragon to, if later on in the future, fly onto his whatever arm he decides to have it on. Sort of like a, you know how like the Falcon Tamers have the
Yeah. The like the
yeah.
gloves.
Yeah. So the left.
Okay.
Left.
Okay, are you gonna be using any leather for it as well?
Yes, if I need to.
Uh, the end result will be much better with the leather.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, so I would say 4 steel ingots,
Okay.
and then do you have leather?
In the leather workers tools, it comes with scraps of leather.
Okay, that's fine.
Alrighty. Do you want me to roll for leather work?
Yeah, just for a good measure.
Did you use 3 steel ingots before?
Yes.
Because we had 11
Yeah.
to start with. Okay.
So we used a total of 7 steel ingots. Give me a second. I'll just roll a regular intelligence thing. And that's a 22.
Easily done. Wait, wasn't it supposed to be leather?
It's the same thing. All my the because oh wait,
Are you
that's
proficient with
proficiency.
them?
No, I'm not proficient with it, so it was just -3, which is a
So
19.
19. Yeah. And Ash, during this whole day, with Cinder, you realize that its motor skills have slightly improved.
Hey.
I was gonna say that it improved better. Like compared to a normal baby, it greatly increased.
Sweet. Extra fire pets. Good job. So yeah, I let it crawl on. I let her crawl on me whenever she wants, and just kind of try to take good care of her throughout the day. Once Thaddeus gets back, might play around with the little stake on a string. At the moment, though, I will go back to Dunkel and say, "Do you have that little dragon gem?"
Thaddeus has it on him. I gave it to him.
Ah, all right. Thank you.
Oh, also,
Yes.
I finished your size. You know, the armor and
Oh, so thank you so much.
Yep. Here you go. And hand it to you.
Hey. I take the dark breastplate and go back into the tower to change. And
You've
go
noticed
behind the stairs.
this
Oh.
little statuette is on the table.
Hey. Sweet. So as I set Cinder down, kind of grab it and try to give it to them a little bit. Not completely letting go in case she accidentally tries to eat it, but Basically giving it to her as a toy.
There.
As I take off my armor. Same old scale mail I've had since the very beginning, and plop on the breastplate of shadows. Or of
Smoldering.
smoldering. That's what that one.
Now I can take that off the bag of holding.
Smoldering. Alright. So now I have to find out how heavy breastplates are.
This one was 20.
Ooh. Alright. Alright. Sweet. Alright.
Half as heavy and no longer disadvantaged, but no other change other than you smoke.
Yep, I can smoke now. Great.
It's just got a pack of cigarettes and a lighter.
Oh no.
Just attached to the
Addiction.
breastplate.
Oh no. Cinder, no. Don't do it. Swear I'll stop it. I know it's bad for my health. Oh. Oh my gosh. I put on the armor. I let it smolder for a bit. And then try and get it to stop smoldering. Smoking. Can I make it stop?
So
Where's...
it says that you can, but I will say that you can make it stop smoking if you like.
Okay. Thank you. So, I tried to find the off and on switch on this thing.
Don't go place the button.
Yeah, there's a button underneath your armpit.
Yeah. Click.
Just watch out not to jump too high, because you might hit it with your armpit.
Oh, yeah. And
You
accidentally
also notice
activate
you're
it.
no warmer than you were when you first put it on.
Oh. Dang. Alright. All black armor.
All
Looks
black
pretty
armor,
snazzy.
red dragon on the shoulder, smoke emitting from its shoulders, I guess.
We are polar
whole-
opposites.
Whole thing. Yep.
White and blue and red and black.
Copper.
Blue, red, and black. Cover.
Copper fucking cobalt.
Yep. So I put on the armor, clasp the shoulder, very gently put Cinder on their new platform. I don't know if it has like a little. When I imagined it, I imagined like dull but slight like little spikes around the platform to kind of be like a I don't know if fence is the right word, but a little guard to help Cinder from falling off. And so with one hand I have my sword appear from the shadows, and in the other I light my hand on fire and kind of do a derpy pose. So I'm equipped. All right.
Also, I don't
Anime
know.
style poses.
I don't know if you did anything with the eggshells in the morning, but if you didn't, they are gone.
Have not. I noticed I gone. I'm like, oh no. Uh, I try to look around and figure out where they went.
They're not on the bottom floor.
All right. I'll ask instead of going up this time. I got Cinder with me. I'm not gonna be a bad example to a 2-day-old. Oh no. Alright. So with the new armor on, I take them off my shoulder and kind of pet them, hold them, and just kind of relax for the day. Letting them play with the little dragon toy. Don't got much on my mind other than Cinder right now, I guess. That's how it goes.
Just a proud dad.
Yo,
Okay, unless there is anything else you would like to do for the day, I would like to finish for today. Kinda tired if I'm being.
Yeah.
So you've gone through half of your downtime. 3 days. Like,
Let's go.
and then. So we already know that another 2 days will be spent by Ash and Thaddeus learning the new spell. And Danko can do whatever Danko does best. Be a shady old kobold.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I had to do something real quick. I missed.
No, I
I
was
heard
just,
Kobold. I was like, oh.
yeah, no, I was just joking about Danko. But yeah,
You
that's
want to
gonna be it.
make the Arcana checks now? Just so
Hello?
when Strife, for like next time, Strife can go through his week.
Yeah, sure.
Is this straight roll?
Yeah, straight roll. And do you have to? You have to. It's 10 plus the spells level, right? You need to beat 11.
So, throughout the entire process of learning the spell, like I imagine we'll take a couple hours, like each day doing it. I will use enhance ability on myself.
Okay.
Which one is it? Fox is cunning. I don't have a bird for that. I guess it would be crow's cunning.
Okay. Is it a spell from Player's Handbook?
Yeah. Though Tasha's Cauldron was the one that added it to the wizard spellbook.
Oh, I see. There's in those cuts, those spells. Which one did you say you're gonna take?
Fox is cunning. It's advantage on
Yeah,
intelligence check.
intelligence. What?
hey.
Dude, there's no way. So we had like 3 nat 20s in a row, 4 nat 20s in a row, and then you hit me with double 21.
Double 21.
I mean, okay, so on the 5th day, you learned a new spell. Armor of Agathis.
You mean Armor of
Hey.
Thaddeus?
Armor of, sorry. I must have
Of course.
misspoken.
So he was the wizard.
Alright. Well, that's all that I had planned other than acquiring the things I had commissioned. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's it for me.
I mean, I only have one thing that I need to commission for. Is building my fucking gadget. My new gadget.
Of course, I have to manually put in Armor of Agathis. It's not in Roll20.
Can I?
Yeah.
Just
Can I?
D&D wiki. Just copy paste.
Pasha, do you want me to do the rolls?
For which did you text me about that? Because I feel like you're trying to not speak out loud about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me know what you're exactly doing, and then you can certainly roll. Rip the Miner. I really like that one.
Rip the Miner was a good one, yeah. That was good.
Did you want to change the time that it took to, or like how much it lasted for, or do you think 1 hour is fine?
For what?
Armor of Agathis.
Oh no,
'Cause we
yeah,
talked about that before.
yeah, the time's fine.
Okay.
Alright. I'd probably double the cost of living. Trying to feed Cinder.
Because it's a still small dragon,
Mhm.
you half the cost for whatever you go for. So if you pay 2 per day, then you pay 1 goat. So you would pay 3 goat.
I covered 1 day for you.
Thank you. And I will be wiggling the shank on a string.
Okay, I gotta do that.
Thank you very much for that. It's fantastic.
I chose the perfect moment, if you ask me.
No!
Yes, Danku, yes! Hey,
What?
let me just pull up the document so I know exactly what we're working with.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, something sounds intense.
Okay, yeah, so that's a 7. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, did you want to start with the first stage?
Yes.
Okay, let's see your,
Give me a second.
oh, so yeah,
Ash.
basically you're just rolling alchemist supplies, if you're proficient with them,
I know.
or
Do
just
I
intelligence.
Okay, there you go.
Snowy
Okay.
Grasp, Enhance Ability, or Mind Freeze? Which one should I get rid of? Like just as prepared.
Enhance.
Hmm.
Only mind freeze.
There.
Enhance
no.
ability has been doing pretty well.
You.
Very situational, isn't it?